Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in our truth and sincerity. To you, I say Shalom. This is Brother Amar Ariel from the GMS Charlotte camp, coming back with another Lord willing edifying lesson to feed the elect of the nation of Israel. And in this video, I want to talk about this article that came out where you had a 12-hour long conference amongst members of the Congress to speak about the chariots, who they call UFOs or UAPs, how they're admitting, all right, that we are not alone in the cosmos, okay? And this is just, further cementing the fact that these devils are admitting the truth about the chariots. And this is showing how they are becoming more and more scared because they know that the angels, all right, are pretty much scoping them out, all right? And Yahweh Shemel Shah is about to set the stage for the destruction, man, okay? So I'm going to read, bits and pieces of this. I got a few scriptures and different things I want to show. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So I'm going to read this first. So it says, it's like a UFO whistleblowers tell Congress we are not alone in the cosmos. It says excessive secrecy has led to grave misdeeds against loyal civil servants, military personnel, and the public, all who hide the fact that we are not alone in the cosmos. And this has been, a big deal because, just a few years ago, once, the government has started to declassify these different, files and different things they had on the UFOs, so-called, which we know are chariots of the Lord, you know, they are coming out more and more with this information, all right, to where the so-called sea theories, the conspiracy theorists, all right, are being proven to be right because, number one, we know that the chariots are mentioned multiple times throughout the scriptures and are a major, proponent of prophecy, okay? But like I said, this is showing you how these devils are afraid, all right? Because this is just, further submitting the things that we have been saying, that how these devils, have been seeing so many chariot sightings that they have no choice but to release, the proof that they're real, okay? This is no longer crazy thing, man. This is the truth, all right? Because chariot videos are, coming out more and more, and the government, they have, pretty much been hiding these things, but now we're at a point to where, like I said, the most sightings that you are seeing UFOs being seen at is here in America, which through scriptures, which I'm gonna read in a minute, is known as the house of the thief, according to the book of Zechariah. All right, so before I get into this, I want to read this here in James, the second chapter, verse 19. It says, "Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble." All right, and like I said, man, these devils, all right, are showing their fear without saying it because, number one, the fact that they're acknowledging the presence of the chariots, they know that Yahweh Shem Shai is on his way back. All right, and these videos are coming out more and more because, hey, these fighter pilots, these people from like the Air Force and different military personnel, all right, they have revealed that the government has been hiding hella proof of the chariots, man. And we have the example of, I believe it was a couple years ago, where you had NASA, who normally does a 24-hour stream. They have caught on multiple occasions, all right, videos of massive chariots, that's on their way to Earth, man. All right, and we here firmly believe that that chariot that they keep seeing, that's Yahweh Shai, all right, as well as his armada that's on his way back, man. Okay, and this is why I say these devils, they're afraid because they know that Yahweh Shem Shai is real, and they know that his angels are real, man. Okay, so they're afraid because they understand that judgment is coming to them, man. So this is why they're trying to take control of the narrative by, coming out with this first as a means so they can try to spin it with their Project Bluebeam, fake an alien invasion and whatever else they're planning on doing. But we know deep down the reason why they're doing this is because they know that it's about to be a war in heaven, like the scriptures say, man. All right. Now, this, made me think about this quote that came from Thomas Jefferson, which reads, I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever, that considering numbers, nature, and natural means of only a and natural means only a revolution of the wheel of fortune and exchange of situation is among possible events that it may become probable by supernatural interference. The Almighty has no attribute which can take side with us in such context, right? Because these devils know that they have hell to pay for because of the atrocities that they have done on the earth. And they have, put out the narrative they feel like the Most High has not seen, or he's turned a blind eye to the things that they have done. You know, real quick, this is Psalms the 10th chapter, verse 11. It says, He hath said in his heart, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. All right? Because all the things that they have done to, obtain this power that they have, they think that there's not going to be a recompense for that, man. That they thought that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai was all but with him, you know. But as the scriptures say, matter of fact, let me find that real quick. Uh, Salakia. Let me go on Google. Salakia. Yeah, Psalms 50 and 21. Salakia. Because here in this country, they put forth that God bless America, that the Lord He is with the things that they have done. All right, they claim things such as manifest destiny and whatnot. So they thought these red blooded Americans, these Edomites, they truly believe that the Most High is with them. All right, and that He's forgiving for the things that was done to bring this country to the status that it is now, man. All right, but that's not right according to the scriptures. All right, this is Psalms 50 and 21. It says, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes." Right, and so the Most High, He allowed you to do these things for the sake of prophecy, because like it says in Second Thessalonians the second chapter, all right. Now he who letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So the Most High allowed you devils to do the things that you've done to get into the power seat, all for the sole purpose of prophecy, and so that the Most High, whenever He returns and judges you devils, all right, it can be a great judgment that's going to magnify His name, all right. And so going back to this quote, I tremble for my country when I reflect that the Most High is just, that His justice cannot sleep forever, that considering numbers, natures, and natural means only, a revolution of the wheel of fortune and change of situation is possible among events. So what is that change talking about, man? All right, the transference of power, okay, that the Most High is going to do. All right, get that real quick, because it said how the Most High is just, right? Because the Lord allowed you devils, all right, to rule, all right, knowing that this is His, this is His kingdom that He's, allowing you nations, all right, to have your rulerships, man. So that's showing you the Most High is just, man. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse and this is a good one, but let me get the one in Daniel, just to get right to the point. This is Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers," and the watchers being the angels, all right, "and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the bases of men." Right. So Yahweh Shem Shai ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right. And like I had on the screen, I'm not gonna go back to it. But, the Most High is the one who put it up and bring it down, man. All right. He's the one that rules, that allows kingdoms to come and go, man. All right. But the current kingdom we're in right now, it said he giveth it, all right, to whoever he will, and set up over it the bases of men. So the bases of men being the Edomites, who are in the rulership as we speak right now. We're going into that statement that Thomas Jefferson made about that change of situation. All right, this is all coming down to, man. This is Sirach chapter 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, "The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set up over it one that is profitable," right? And as the test of time has revealed that the Edomites are not profitable for the earth. So what Yahweh Shem Shai is about to do, okay, is, take down Esau Edom's kingdom and set up the kingdom that's going to be profitable for the world, which is the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be ushered in through Yahweh Shai returning and setting up his throne, man. Okay? So jumping down to verse 8. Actually, I started verse 7. It says, "Pride is hateful before Yahweh Shem Yahushai and man, and by both doeth one commit iniquity." And through the pride of these Edomites, man, a iniquity has abound all throughout the world, man. Okay? Because Esau has taught the whole world on how to, rebel against the Most High, man. Okay? It says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another." So we're going to witness that transition of power as we continue to watch this devil, spiral out of control, and Yahweh Shai, come back and set things right. So going back, it says, "I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever, that considering numbers, nature, and natural means only, a revolution of the wheel of fortune, an exchange of situation, it is possible, it is among possible events that it may become probable by supernatural interference. The Almighty has no attribute which can take side with us in such a contest, because the Most High is not with you devils, man. He never has been and never will be, because at the end of the day, all right, you were set up as a means to an end to teach us, all right, what wickedness looks like, at its higher scale, all right, and the judgment that the Most High is going to bring out against you devils, okay, is going to be crucial. So this is why at the end of the day, going back to this article, all right, Esau has no choice but to continue to let this be known about the chariots, because one thing that this devil, is up in arms about is that he is losing the information war. So for all these people noticing these chariot sightings, all right, Esau is trying to take control of the narrative and use it to his advantage. Okay, so this is why you're seeing these things starting to come out more and more. And then the things that were said in the past by this devil, all right, is making more and more sense to show how these devils are afraid, man. So let's play this here. This was a speech made by Ronald Reagan dealing with a quote-unquote alien threat. All right, this is him speaking at the United Nations.
In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
Yeah, so these devils know what's coming, man. You know, they saw the chariots, all right, and the people are beginning to see it. So what he has to do is take control of the narrative and spin it to where he can, fool the people into thinking that. So like that's the wrong app. Into fooling the people into thinking that they, you know, they're gonna be invaded by quote unquote aliens. So Salakia, bear with me real quick. So this is why the Lord has certain things in these scriptures written, so that the mind of the true believers is not dismayed at what we're going to see. This is Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Okay, and the reason why we're told not to be number one, not to learn the way of the heathen, because the way of the heathen is what leads us into sin. But also too, where it says, "And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them," because the heathen, all right, they don't know what what the angels are, man. All right, they're afraid when they see these chariot sightings, but we're just supposed to be comforted by that, because that's a sign of our help, man. All right, that's a sign to show that we're being watched over. Okay, so Yahweh Shem Shah is always with us, wherever we go. All right, so real quick, let me get this just to prove that point. 6 and 16. Yep, this is 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 16. It says, "And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha." Right. And so this is, the confirmation that we have of why we shouldn't fear no matter what, Esau, brings against us, because our help, is more than, what the enemy has against us, man. You know, and these devils are coming with, the shit, man. The robots, the Gurga troops, all out hell against the Israelites, man. But the main thing we have to look, to look for comfort in, is that these chariots, all right, are here for our benefit, man. You know, because wherever we go, man, hey, we have seen the chariots all throughout, the world, man. Okay, real quick, which shows you that the Lord's presence is everywhere, man. You know, and these devils can't hide that. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 104 and verse 1. It says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, O my Lord, it's like, O Lord, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. Whoso covereth thyself with a light as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain." All right. It says, "Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind." Right. Because as we know, the Lord is the one that made the heavens. All right. And, when we look up into the heavens, man, we see the chariots. All right. And how, we have been given the Holy Spirit to get the understanding that, hey, what you look at and may think is clouds, all right, some of those clouds are actually chariots, man. Okay, because that's another word to let you know that the so-called UFOs are in the Bible when it speaks about the clouds, man. All right, because the chariots can cloak themselves as the clouds, man. All right, all you gotta do, if If you confused at that, just type in, real quick, just so I'll show you. This lenticular cloud, a lot of these be actual chariots that's cloaked as clouds, man. All right, but chariots, they're revealing themselves more and more to where they're not even cloaking themselves no more, man. But at the end of the day, those are angels, and this is why the Lord told us not to be dismayed, because hey, that's our help that we're looking at, man. Okay, it says, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire, right? Because those are our brothers that's in those ships, man. All right, and they're gonna help us, all right, whenever all hell breaks loose, man. Okay, and also that's gonna be our deliverance, when this shit goes down, man. All right, so to read a little bit of this. All right, it says that U.S. House of Representatives Committee on Oversight and Accountability held a hearing titled "Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena," exposing the truth at the Rayburn House Office Building in Washington, D.C. at 11:30 Eastern Time on Wednesday, November 13th. Unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAP, is a relatively new catch-all term that includes sightings of unexplained objects or events that take place in the air, underwater, and space, and that travel between those domains. Because there's been chariot sightings that, have been in all these things that they name, man. Okay, and they have, they can't explain, what these chariots, are, what they're doing. All they know is that these things are real, okay? And there's been videos of Esau seeing the angels come off those ships. They know that those are so-called melanated beings that's in those ships, okay? So they're in for a rude awakening, man. All right. It says, like previous congressional UFO hearings, today's event featured testimony from current U.S. military personnel who claim the American government has for decades hidden evidence of advanced technologies and otherworldly visitors from the public. See, just showing you, Reagan, he didn't make that speech for no reason, man. All right, because they've known for years that these chariots are real, man. Okay, they have multiple videos outside of the damn Tic Tac video that you keep seeing. All right, they have clear HD 1080p videos of these different chariots, man. Okay, so you can't tell me that Esau is just using the same recycled clip. All right, these whistleblowers, they're saying that this has been decades of information that they've been hiding from the public, man. You know, it says, where we at? A multitude of anecdotes were presented about flying orbs coming out of the ocean, disc-shaped objects, and craft exhibiting flight and structural characteristics unlike anything in our arsenal. Because these chariots can manipulate their shape. They can look. You got cigar-shaped chariots. You got chariots that shape themselves like so-called like a tentacle type creature looking thing. They're able to change the shape because the chariots, those are actually, those ships have spirits, of their own, as well as the angels that's, piloting them, man, according to Ezekiel, the second chapter. Okay, it says, while such claims are nothing new, what is noteworthy about today's hearing are the pedigree of some of the whistleblowers who testified, including a former U.S. counterintelligence officer, a retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral, and a former NASA associate administrator. All of them stressed the need of more government transparency, less stigma about the UFO topic, and new policies to bring UAP data out of the black classified world into the public domain. Because the main thing why they want the information to be out, because they want the people to be aware that these so-called aliens are real, so they can use that information, all right, to spin it to pretty much scare you. But we know the ones that's in those ships, all right, they're here, all right, to pretty much spell the end of Esau Edom's kingdom, all right. So let's get this here in Zechariah, the 5th chapter. All right, this is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. It says, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. All right, and that's exactly what has been cited. All right, here in Babylon, all over Babylon, man. Okay, hey, it says, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. And why is it a curse? Because the chariots they spell out Babylon the Great destruction, man. Okay, so it's a blessing unto us. Lord willing, we'll be of the elect, but it's a curse, all right, unto you Edomites and the rest of you heathen, and you 2/3, man, because they're gonna aid in the destruction, man. It says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. And that's America. Okay? America is the home of the thief, or the house of the thief, because who was stolen and is still being held over here hostage, man? All right, it's the children of Israel, man. Okay? Is that my possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty? Hey, these Edomites, claim to be a God fearing nation, and yet everything they do is anti, just, the word just slipped my mind, so like it. But pretty much it goes against the Lord, man. You know, and they blaspheme the Lord every day. This is why Revelation 11:8, tells you that the Lord is crucified here, man. Okay, because this place is not a God fearing country like it claims to be. So, and these chariots that they're seeing, all right, they're literally just going to and fro amongst the world, all right, doing reconnaissance and sending the information back up to the Most High, man. Because these chariots have been very influential in everything that's being done here, man. Okay, there's been chariot sightings in all major events in history. Okay, you had the one incident, I forgot the name of it off the top of my head. I did a video on it a while back, to where you had like a whole fleet of chariots that flew over the White House, man. All right, and they called the military to come and investigate. And by the time they got there, the chariots were gone, man. But you had that incident. You had the incident to where over here in Babylon and in Russia, all right, you had chariots that was over the U.S. military base, and they activated their nukes, and then deactivated them to show the power that they possess, to show you that those nukes, all right, fell in comparison to the chariots, man. You know, so Yahweh Shemar Shai is showing Esau through his angels that he has no chance, man. All right. So verse 4 again, it says, and I will bring it forth, save the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Because these chariots, all right, are going to aid the nuclear missiles in destroying this place, man. Okay, and Yahweh Shai himself, all right, on his giant fathership is going to melt this place along with the rest of the angels, man. When you read about that in 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, all right. So these chariots spell bad news for Babylon, man. All right. Isaiah 19:1. It says the burden of Egypt. All right. America is the modern day Egypt. It says, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, all right, that chariot, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Because when Yahweh Shai returns, man, all you different idol worshippers are going to realize that your gods are no gods, and that Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai are the true living powers, man. All right, and like I said, they're gonna destroy all you fake Christians, okay, you idol worshiping niggas, and you devil worshiping heathen, man. All right, all you are going to be destroyed when Yahweh Shai returns, man. Okay. Revelation chapter 1 verse 7, because that's how Yahweh Shai is returning, man. He's returning on a chariot. All right. This is Revelation 1:7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, showing you he's coming with the host of heavens, man. All right. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so Amun. And it says that all eyes shall see him, because that ship that Yahweh Shai is coming on is so big that it's gonna cover up, all right, the sky, man. All right. That's why when you read Second Esdras 13, I'm not gonna go all the way into it, but Second Esdras 13, verse says something about the mountain. Verse 6, and I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. All right, because that chariot that Yahweh Shai is coming in, that fathership, is going to be a giant chariot. That's why I compared it to a mountain. Okay, so it said he cometh with clouds, because he's coming with the whole force of angels. You know, his whole fleet. All right, just get that point too. Psalms chapter 68, verse 17. It said the chariots of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, even it's like the Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. All right. So the chariots of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are 20,000. So hey, when it says that behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and Yahweh Shah is coming deep. All right. Because that's a show of power when, a king, came and flexed his military on his opposition. Man, he will pull up with his whole thing, all his weapons, all his army, all right, to show you that hey, you had no chance. And that's what Yahweh Shah is going to do when he returns. All right, he's going to have all the angels with him, and they're going to they're going to be blacking out the sky, man. Okay, you're going to be seeing ships flying all through the sky, man, as well as that giant father ship, man. Okay, and it's all going to spell the end for the wicked, man. Because that's exactly what Yahweh Shah is coming to do when he makes that return, man, is to bring havoc upon the wicked. All right. Revelation 19. No. Yeah, Revelation 19 and 11. It says, and I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. All right, and this is speaking of Yahweh Shah. Okay. That white horse representing that pure power. Okay. Because we know a power in today's terms, you can equate that to like how they say, a car. A powerful engine is measured by what? By horsepower, man. So Yahweh Shah is coming with that pure power, okay? And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, all right? Which is, two nicknames for Yahweh Shah, if you want to say, or two titles, which is a better word, titles. It says, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war, because that's exactly what Yahweh Shah is coming to do, is to judge and make war with the wicked, all right? With all the wicked, man, okay? So there's going to be a lot of killing when he returns, man. His eyes were a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And it says on his head were many crowns because Yahweh Shah is coming, all right, to dethrone all these nations that's in seats of power, man. Okay? He's not going to literally be wearing multiple crowns, but that's symbolically of how he's going to take every nation down. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. Not literally meaning that's his name, okay? But we know that this is speaking of Yahweh Shai, man. All right? It says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, right? And these are talking about the angels that's going to come with Yahweh Shai, man, okay? That's going to help him wage war on the nations, which is why in the scriptures you hear, all right, about that war in heaven, right? Let's get that real quick. So, hey, Thomas Jefferson wasn't off when he made that statement, okay? Like he said, it may become probable by supernatural interference, man, because the angels are going to step in and aid in the destruction of Babylon. All right, this is Revelation 12 and 7. It says there was a war in heaven, all right, not actual the heaven. This is speaking about the skies, man. Okay, because we know according to the scriptures, all right, is multiple heavens, all right, but the heaven this is speaking about, all right, is the sky, man, all right, and the earth. Because you have, the actual, the heaven, all right, the sky, all right, space, the outer space, and then you got the spiritual world, man. Okay, but this talking about, in the skies, all right, that we're going to see here on earth, man. Okay, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, all right, being Esau and his army, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven, because they're going to be completely obliterated. All right, flawless victory. All right, the angels. All right, their technology is far more superior than that of these devils. Technology, man. All right, because the way that the chariots are moving, they said that they can see that the chariots are of a outer worldly technology, man, that they can't explain. The way that they're able to travel and switch directions on a drop of a dime without losing speed. All right, like I said, it's videos of chariots, a siphoning energy from the sun on the moon. All right, chariots that you know just drop in the ocean and come. They're able to travel throughout the ocean. Man, it's so many videos that we've seen, that's able to shoot a missile out the sky. They're not gonna hold a candle to these angels, man. You know, so this is how we know that these devils know, and plus they have the records. All right, give you another example. If I can remember where it's at. Let's see. I know it was dealing with Heliodorus. I just can't remember the exact. Yep, here we go. Because as it mentioned, one more time, it said, I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever, that considering numbers, nature, and natural means only, a revolution of the wheel of fortune, an exchange of situation is among possible events, that it may become probable by supernatural interference. The Almighty has no attribute which can take side with us in such contests, because the Most High is against you devils, man. All right? And the angels, just like in times past, are going to step in and defend Israel, man. This is an example. This is 2nd Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 25. It says, matter of fact, I start at 24. It says, now as he was there, present himself with his guard above the treasury, the Lord of spirits and the Prince of all power caused a great apparition, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of the Most High, and fainted and were sore afraid. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to go up a little bit, because this could go back to what I read in 1 Kings 6 and 16. All right, so I'm going to go up to verse 20. It says, because Israel is being persecuted at this point, man. And what happened? All right, we turned and prayed out to our power, man. And the Lord answered our prayer. It says, I'm going to get right to the point. Verse 20, and all holding their hands toward heaven made supplication, that it would have pitied a man to see the falling down of the multitude of all sorts, and the fear of the high priest being in such an agony. They then called upon the mighty Lord to keep the things committed of trust safe and sure for those that had committed them. Nevertheless, Heliodorus executed that which was decreed. Now, as he was there, present himself with the guard about the treasury, the Lord of spirits and the Prince of all power caused a great apparition, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and fainted and were sore afraid. For there appeared unto them an horse with a terrible rider upon it, and adorned with a very fair covering, and he ran fiercely and smote at Heliodorus with his forefeet, and it seemed that he that sat upon the horse had complete harness of gold. Moreover, 2 other young men appeared before him, notable in strength, excellent in beauty, and comely in apparel, who stood by him on either side, and scourged him continually, and gave him many sore stripes. So these angels appeared and beat the shit out of Heliodorus, man. All right? And Heliodorus fell suddenly unto the ground, and was compassed with great darkness, that they that were with him took him up and put him into a litter. All right, but the point being that the angels, they appeared and they helped Israel, man. All right, so in this final time, all right, when Yahweh Shai returns, okay, and he's coming with the host of angels, man, they're gonna do great destruction to Esau and his kingdom, man. Okay, that was just a small preview of what we're gonna see, man. All right, so going back to Revelation 19 and verse 14 again, it says, "And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and the almighty, it's like, and the fierceness and wrath of the almighty power, and he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords." So Yahweh Shah is coming, all right, to cement his status as the true ruler of this world. And he's going to start, by taking you Edomites down, man. So this is why at the end of the day, these devils are afraid, all right? This is why they're trying to grab the control of the narrative, because they think if they can, convince the people that aliens are real, all right, they have their technology such as Project Bluebeam, where they might fake an alien invasion, but amidst those holograms from, Project Bluebeam, they have reports that came out and said that they actually have, ships that they have modeled after the chariots that will be doing some of the destruction, all right, to fool the people into thinking that we're being invaded by aliens, but the elect, as the scriptures say in 2 Corinthians 2:11, all right, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, so we're not going to be beguiled by that, man, all right, because we know the chariots, they're here for us, man, okay? So I'm going to end it with this. This is Isaiah 66 and 16, or 15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind." And that's another name, all right, for the chariots in the scriptures, all right, is whirlwind, all right. You got the clouds, you got the clouds, the whirlwinds, all right. Those are names for the chariots, man. "To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by his for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." So Yahweh Shah and the angels are coming, all right, to kill many people, man. Okay? All those that's not right in the sight of the Lord, all right, you will find yourself at the wrath of the Lord and his angels, man. Okay? So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to end it right here. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of great millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect until next time I say shalom.